The female devil by Ning Bing and I had a 3-year contract marriage, but it was in name only. The day I proposed a divorce, she calmly agreed. But suddenly a comment appeared above her head. The sick girl bought the iron chain in the basement, and the small toys were all custom-made to the size of the male supporting character. And why is she pretending to be a gentle woman? Male supporting character. The second you signed, the next second you wake up you'll have to get used to the hateful female supporting character. You know? The final prison pit has finally arrived. The female supporting character is truly a masochist, lovesick, and has great needs, so enjoyable. The male supporting character who did bad things deserves to die without a whole body. Stupid male supporting character. All these years, if you had just treated the female supporting character a little better, this brainless girl would have knelt down and licked her, working as a horse or a cow for you. She wouldn't have hated you out of love, twisted into this state. My hands trembled, looking at the woman in front of me, expressionless. This marriage. Can't we get a divorce for now? What? Bai Ning Bing slightly lifted her thin eyelids. Her calm tone, as if she didn't care, made me suspicious. Was I seeing things from the comments just now? I took a deep breath, put my hand down, and was about to sign. But I suddenly didn't want to get a divorce anymore. One day as husband and wife, the same meaning. 100 days together, 3 years, we've both gotten used to each other's existence. Actually, I was a little reluctant. When she finished speaking, the woman's expression gradually became doubtful. I also gradually lost my confidence, my voice getting smaller and smaller. Bai Ning Bing and I's marriage was an unexpected arrangement. 5 years ago, the company had a poor intern, Chenze. From then on, my smooth-sailing life became a mess. The lover who once said she loved me for life changed her mind and publicly broke off the engagement, causing me to lose face. Even my parents, who always doted on me, sided with Tran Trake. I was extremely angry. To prove that I was not unlovable, I, in a fit of anger, married the female Xiao Bok and Gung Bang, who was rumored to be cold and heartless, and everyone avoided her. 3 years after getting married, I always tried to find a way to deal with Tran Trake, but always failed. Every time I was not discovered by Bok and Gung Bang first, but I tried to stop her, which was my own failure. Until recently, the plot to harm Tran Trake was exposed, and I completely lost my reputation. Many friends took the initiative to cut off contact. I knew that Bok and Gung Bang always hated my cruelty and was biased towards Tran Trake, so I thought that instead of waiting for her to be like the others and throw stones at her, it would be more reasonable for me to take the initiative to leave her. When Bai Ning Bing texted to propose a divorce, she was in a very important meeting, but she called back almost immediately. Divorce? The woman's voice came from the phone. I smiled sinisterly. Last time I accidentally saw her revealing her disgusting slippery tail. Now, when I said words like I couldn't bear to leave her, hey, don't even say Bai Ning Bing. I myself didn't believe it. Definitely not a divorce. I couldn't wait for the imaginary cold laugh. The woman's low voice pulled me back to reality. Temporarily, don't want a divorce. I observed Bai Ning Bing's expression, not seeing any fluctuations on her face. Whatever you want. The woman took the half-signed divorce papers and put them into the shredder. The comment line appeared again. Evil male supporting character. What's wrong? Why did he suddenly become smart, finally knowing to hug the female supporting character's thigh? Unfortunately, it's a bit too late now. The female supporting character's hatred has already spread. Who said it's late? This is a great time. Didn't you see the female supporting character throwing away the divorce papers, the corners of her lips curled up happily? This shredder is so funny. Are you afraid that the male supporting character will regret it later? The male supporting character continues to develop. Don't stop. The female supporting character is sick and has no morals. You are an evil male supporting character. The two of you can't even form a pair to hold on. Is the female supporting character afraid that she won't be able to compete with the male lead? I spent the whole afternoon sorting it out and finally understood. The world I was living in was a refreshing novel about a reversal of fortune. Chunze was the male lead, and I was the evil male supporting character who did many bad things and was eventually imprisoned by the female supporting character to death. No wonder anyone who came into contact with Chunze was attracted to him, as if the whole world revolved around him. Today, I received too much information. After taking a shower at night, I opened my phone to relax my mind, but saw negative comments flooding in. Almost all of my social media accounts were attacked. Netizens were defending the male lead, Chunze, my ex-lover. Lu Ru Yin sent a threatening message. Feng Liang, don't think I don't know. You used this despicable trick to force me to leave Aze. Didn't you work so hard to see me? Okay, Friday afternoon, same place. I didn't reply, I blocked her. Turning off the phone screen, the comment line appeared again. I didn't whitewash, but in fact the male supporting character's cruelty was not without reason. The rich young master had money and beauty, but he disappeared overnight. His parents, lover, and friends were all hypnotized and ignored him, caring about another man. In return, everyone went crazy. The male supporting character had beauty and money. Why was he inferior to the male lead? An idiot who couldn't even tell the difference between Word and PowerPoint? The novel was really illogical. If I were the author, I would give the female supporting character a slap to send the male lead flying. 2 slaps to the evil male supporting character. Cooperate with the female supporting character to imprison him. Ask for him to have 8 children before letting him leave the basement. How? No problem. After stabilizing my emotions, I prepared to go to sleep. Just as I took off my clothes, the bedroom door suddenly opened. Bai Ningbing's eyes fell from top to bottom somewhere. I quickly grabbed the bathrobe and put it on. Sorry, I didn't lock the door. Bai Ningbing stared at the faint black scales on my body. Demons, when in heat, will involuntarily reveal their true form. The word, get lost, was already on the tip of my tongue, and when I saw the comment, I could guess. The male supporting character must have a disgusted expression, saying get out. It's really a death wish. The female supporting character's love is eroded little by little like. Feng Liang, treat your wife a little more gently. If you slap your wife now, you'll have to pay for it in the basement later. Your mouth won't be free for even a moment. Reminded by the comment, I quickly changed my tone and smiled at Bai Ningbing. It's okay, wife. Bai Ningbing was about to walk out of the room when she stopped. Deep eyes. Wife, it's all because of the comment. Just calling me wife makes me go astray. Damn it. My mouth quickly says wife. She'll give you her life. What kind of guy is the male lead that he can't say that the female supporting character is not worth it? If he hadn't been abused for 3 years, the female supporting character would definitely hate the male supporting character more than love. Moreover, did you forget that the female supporting character imprisoned the male supporting character to death to protect the male lead? The comment line was divided into 2 factions arguing. I frowned and also wanted to verify the authenticity of this news according to the situation where I seduced Bai Ningbing just now. Her body was unusually beautiful. The woman calmly lowered her head, not revealing any emotions. Female supporting character, don't pretend. If you're stubborn, you won't be able to marry a husband. No wonder the male supporting character married her for so many years, but still liked his ex-lover. Am I dreaming? Why? Why doesn't the male supporting character seem to be paired with the female supporting character today? Is our evil couple finally getting along? I was unwilling and took a step forward to tease her. You haven't even looked. How do you know it's normal? Without looking, Bai Ningbing replied coldly like the tip of her finger, but she couldn't help but shrink back, her joints slightly red. The seam of her pants was about to tear. How could I not have noticed that this woman's shy appearance was so adorable before? I noticed that Bai Ningbing's hair was a bit messy and reached out to help her fix it. Don't touch it. A cold, rebuffing voice rang out. Although it was a coquettish voice, it was very fierce. I was stunned, remembering the comment line from our argument. In the past 3 years, I had never treated Bai Ningbing well. On the contrary, Chunzhe was like a small, warm sun, encouraging her to step out of the darkness. It was normal for Bai Ningbing to hate me. I laughed at myself and retracted my hand that was hovering in the air. When you go out, remember to close the door for me. I'm going to sleep. The woman closed the door, but did not leave, but walked towards me step by step. Her hot breath became more and more obvious. Her eye sockets were red, frightening because of her patience. I finally realized that something was wrong. Bai Ningbing, what's wrong with you? Do you have a fever? The comment line said that it was heat, not fever. No way, the female supporting character is too crazy about love. The male supporting character only teased me a little, and she was so happy that she made her heat come early. Heat, I muttered. After 3 years of marriage, how come I never knew that Bai Ningbing had heat? But the male supporting character is also stupid, thinking that the female supporting character is pure and celibate. I didn't expect her to be a demon. Moreover, his body is so beautiful. His beauty is the first thing that happened before. During the heat period, Bai Ningbing would always hug a piece of his underwear and chase him out so he wouldn't see it. The higher-ups reminded me, those items are also pitifully soaked in the tears of the female supporting character. I looked at the comment line running like I was watching a screen full of mics. Could it be that she didn't let me touch her just now? She was in heat? Bai Ningbing was uncomfortable, rubbing against my neck. A layer of red appeared on her fair skin. A hint of lust color lessened the distance. Since the past, I only focused on dealing with Trantrake, trying to win back Lu Nuyen. I never paid attention to Bai Ningbing. I didn't expect this woman to be so beautiful. Her facial features were even more exquisite than the celebrities on TV. There were medicine and syringes in the desk drawer. Go get them for me. Bai Ningbing's voice was broken, trying to hide the patterns and scales that were gradually revealed on her body. I looked at her lips that were bitten until they bled and the sweat-soaked shirt that was stuck to her body, outlining her hot curves. Suddenly changing my mind. 3 years of no one left. Although I was not as strong as a demon, I was still a normal man after all. Although the first clause in the marriage contract was written by me, no love affairs. Only money, strictly forbidden to take advantage of opportunities. But I was a vicious male supporting character. What was the point of keeping my word? After thinking it through, I gently rubbed against the woman's face. Bai Ningbing, I will be gentle. Don't touch me. Bai Ningbing trembled all over because of my touch, but still tried to keep her last bit of sanity. I wanted to take off my bathrobe, using my fingertips to wipe away the blood on her lips. Bending down and shouting, the comment, "What's going on?" The male supporting character actually came up and cheered. Come on, I'm speechless. Do you still lack dogs? Love mixed with hatred is really disgusting. Hatred giving birth to love is truly a masterpiece. My heart was agitated, my hands were trembling. Our evil husband and wife finally made love, lips touching lips. At that moment, I used my large, warm hand to hold Bai Ningbing's nape. The air in my lungs was robbed. The woman's legs couldn't help but go limp, until at some point her waist was wrapped in a black rope that was too tight. I felt a little pain, and couldn't help but let out a groan. I tried to push her aside. Sorry, don't look. Bai Ningbing seemed to wake up. Her pupils suddenly constricted, trying to hide her tail that was exposed because of lust. Before I could react, the woman had already hurriedly run away. Soon, the sound of rummaging through drawers came from the study room next door. The indescribable smell of medicine filled the air. I held onto the wardrobe, trying to breathe in the fresh air while looking at the running comments. Bai Ningbing, you coward, come back here. I took off my pants. What are you running for? Enough. Am I the only one who feels sorry for the female supporting character? Because of her demonic identity since childhood, she was bullied and humiliated, and she happily married Bai Yuguang. In the end, Bai Yuguang also found her disgusting. How could she not be self-conscious? Male supporting character, my little ancestor. You must remove the original form of the female supporting character at this moment. Why is she really about to cry? It's not that I'm wronged. I really just want her to stop searching for so long. The next day, when I woke up, Bai Ningbing was gone. I ate a sandwich for breakfast, took a deep breath for 3 seconds, and opened my phone. I was surprised to find that all the negative comments had disappeared overnight. Several media outlets scolded me severely, and even my official accounts were locked. A few friends who were in the media even contacted me and sent me a photo. My parents came to their company with the words, "It's been resolved." Looking at my parents' smiles, I knew they wouldn't really abandon me. After all the big and small troubles in the past were eventually settled by them. Every time the female supporting character secretly helped the male lead, she would give the credit to the fake couple. Bai Ningbing, the cold-faced CEO, was best at using her cold face to clear her reputation. When her husband was happy, she would happily serve him. When her husband was unhappy, she would coldly serve him. But the male supporting character didn't understand anything. Last night, they were so clearly paired and separated. Although I avoided the fate of divorce, I definitely could not escape the fate of being imprisoned in the end. I looked at the comment in amazement, then looked at the phone screen, staring at the photo of my parents. 10 minutes later, I really discovered traces of Photoshop. Opening WeChat, I found the last message with Bai Ningbing. "Are you free today? I have something to tell you." The other party replied immediately. "You sent the wrong message. No, wife." This time the other party replied very slowly. "I'm very sorry about last night, letting you see those disgusting pictures. I'm very busy today. If you want a divorce, just contact a lawyer." No, no. I quickly retorted. "It's not a divorce. Then let's meet this afternoon." The comment was so funny. "I'm not free for a divorce. If I don't want a divorce, I'll meet this afternoon." Luckily, my boyfriend has spectacularly avoided the small black hole. Why do I feel like he realized something, trying to save himself? I kept feeling like something bad was going to happen at this part, but I couldn't remember. In the afternoon, I dressed up a little, went to the coffee shop near the company. Bai Ningbing ordered a cake half an hour ago, and slowly ate it with her head down. I happily raised my head. "Wife, try it." But I found out that the person in front of me was not Bai Ningbing. Lu Ruyin stared at my hairstyle and my slightly revealing black turtleneck sweater. "Fong Liang, do you like me so much that you call me wife?" I was too lazy to talk nonsense, stood up, and was about to leave, but Lu Ruyin grabbed my wrist. "Let go. My wife is nearby. Stop pretending." If it wasn't to provoke me, why would an arrogant person like you marry Bai Ningbing, that demon who is neither human nor ghost? Don't think I don't know that you haven't touched her in the past 3 years. Lu Ruyin's eyes fell on my lips. Her face became gloomy. "Nonsense. A kiss is enough for you to temporarily forgive a Zay." I didn't look at the woman in front of me, only feeling unfamiliar. The image of the slightly rebellious neighbor sister in my memory had since become like this. It seemed that every person who came into contact with Chun Zhe eventually became a stranger to me. Lu Rian approached. "Liang, did you dress up so beautifully just to see me?" I pushed the woman in front of me away, and as soon as I raised my head, I saw Bai Ningbing standing outside through the glass door. The comment line appeared again. "Don't hold on to false hope. Bai Ningbing has already heard you call Lu Rian your wife. Demons are very sensitive. She heard everything you said. Saraba is stimulating. I like to watch well." Every time I thought Fong Liang would finally survive, this man would find the 250th way to die. I hurriedly pushed Lu Ruyan, who was blocking the way, rushed out of the cafe, and grabbed Bai Ningbing's sleeve before she left. The woman's pupils were as black as ink, deep and dark. "This is what you wanted to tell me, right?" "No. Yes." I didn't know why Lu Rian appeared here. Halfway through my sentence, I remembered that before blocking Lu Ruyan, she had texted me. Today was indeed Friday, but I fundamentally did not agree to meet her. In order to save myself, I tried to stay away from the male and female protagonist's plot, but the power of the plot was so strong. Just now, Lu Ruyan wanted to force a kiss on me. I did not agree and pushed her away. Bai Ningbing had a charming appearance, but a cold temperament. When she was not smiling, her temperament was very strong. My originally clear words also became stuttering. Today I asked you out because I wanted to tell you. Last night I did it voluntarily. That was my first kiss. I didn't know. The reason why I pushed you away was because you hugged me too tightly. I couldn't breathe. It's not because I hate you. After saying that in one breath, I mustered up all my courage to look straight into Bai Ningbing's eyes. Her almost pitch-black eyes gradually returned to their normal color. The comment line, so straightforward, were saved. Is the male lead telling the truth or lying? Or did he intentionally want the female lead to be jealous, so he said that? Did the person upstairs come here to make fun of me? The female lead, is she worthy? The author thought he created 10,000 people to love him, but in reality it's just the male lead, the female lead. As long as the male lead isn't blind, he will definitely choose the female lead. Although 3 years ago he was a bit of a dot. Lu Ruyan also walked out of the coffee shop, looking at Bai Ningbing and me standing next to each other. You're already in your 20s. Why are you still using such childish tricks? Do you think I'll be jealous? I slipped my hand into Bai Ningbing's, intertwining our fingers. Lu Ruyan, I don't like you. I'm married. I have a wife. I hope you don't come to bother me anymore. That's right, I said. What if I say that Chen Zhe and I broke up and I'm single now? Lu Ruyan looked at me calmly, her expression fearless. I wanted to take a step forward but felt a resistance. I found Bai Ningbing standing still, holding my hand tightly, her fingertips trembling slightly. She was uneasy. What does it have to do with me if you two break up? I told you. I'm married. I have a wife. Don't block my way. Get out of the way. When I was young, I really had feelings for Lu Ruyan, my childhood friend. But then, she sided with Chen Zhe again and again, ignoring my little bit of affection. That little bit had long since disappeared, leaving only hatred. Lu Ruyan's smile gradually disappeared from my face. Looking at my phone, there were dozens of missed calls. The candlelight dinner that had been booked was already half an hour late. It must have been ruined. Bai Ningbing, let's go home. My limited edition Rolls-Royce was parked across the street. It wasn't until I got into the driver's seat that I turned my head to look at Lu Ruyan one last time. The comment, the male supporting character is so handsome, I love him. This time I truly believe that Feng Liang really doesn't like the female lead. The female lead's settings are disgusting, just breaking up and then getting back together with the male lead. Not only is she greedy for the male supporting character's handsomeness and family background, but she also got physical. Our Liang doesn't want her. When I get home, I sincerely apologize to the restaurant owner. Bai Ningbing looked around and asked, what? I was a little embarrassed. I booked a restaurant tonight, so I should leave early. But I didn't expect the restaurant to be late. It's okay, I chuckled. Then let's order takeout. What do you want to eat? Takeout is not good for your health, Bai Ningbing replied. What do you want to eat? I can make it. How about sweet and sour fish? Bai Ningbing nodded. I thought I had taken the wrong bag of vegetables and was about to change to a simpler dish like stir-fried tomatoes and eggs, but the woman nodded again. There's fish in the fridge. Watch TV. I'll make it quickly. Bai Ningbing turned on the TV, my favorite channel, and then went into the kitchen. Commercial time. Free time is free time. I walked around and finally arrived at the kitchen door. Through the crack in the door, I saw Bai Ningbing bring her right hand that I was holding tightly to her lips and kiss it before starting to wash her hands and prepare the ingredients. Comments. Not afraid of demons. Numb. Only afraid of demons falling in love. Female sidekick and male sidekick. Two pitiful people really don't deserve a happy ending. Author, I want to send you a shave. Suddenly don't want to see the evil couple forced to have sex anymore. Feel like if they can live well like that. It's also very cute. There's no way. The male lead's halo is a disaster that the male sidekick must like Yin. The plot is like that. Can't violate. Similar comments appeared many times. My heart was pounding. I couldn't concentrate on watching the movie anymore. Luckily, Bai Ningbing's sweet and sour fish was also done at this time. I quickly ate a few big bites, looking at the woman who was quietly eating. Last time Chen Zhe and I fell into the sea together, the bowl of sweet and sour fish that was brought to me was made by you? No, Bai Ningbing reminded. Don't talk when eating, don't talk when sleeping. Unfortunately, the word obedient doesn't exist in my dictionary. I asked, you also deleted the negative comments? Someone said I was your Bai Yueguang. When did you like me? Did we know each other before? Liang, this is the first time. Bai Ningbing called my name. I pouted. All right. If you say it's not true, then it's not true. I'm full. Go call Lu Ruyan and ask if she's home yet. I left the dining table, just picked up the phone to dial the number when I heard the sound of a knife falling to the floor. I turned my head. Bai Ningbing was clutching her bleeding finger, her eyes looking away. Her thick eyelashes trembled slightly. It's okay, don't worry. I put down the phone, took out the bandage and gauze from the medicine box, and sat down in front of Bai Ningbing. It's already bleeding. How can it be okay? Does it hurt? Give me your hand. Comment. Okay, I know why. There are some men who don't recognize green tea. This little look in my eyes is enough for me to study for a lifetime. Male supporting character, don't tease the female supporting character like that. She's not normal. She can't take it. If you push her too hard, be careful of being imprisoned. I saw a pretty bow on the gauze. Thank you. The breath became hotter and more rapid, but this time Bai Ningbing clearly had experience. I'm going to the study. After a while, I held her back on the chair. I saw on the internet that injecting that kind of medicine too much is not good for your health. It can easily cause aging. This was the first time Bai Ningbing explained so quickly. There are some side effects, but not like they said. With the contact of the village, the patterns on her body appeared again. She pulled her coat to cover it, but I stopped her. I hugged the woman's waist, pulled her to sit on my lap, and caressed the faint marks on her collarbone. Very beautiful, I sincerely praised. Liang, do you know what you're doing? Bai Ningbing almost gritted her teeth and said each word. Wife, we are a legal couple. You can do whatever you want to me. Bai Ningbing's tail wrapped around me. His breath blew into my ear. Fong Liang, don't be like this, you will regret it. No, I said I volunteered. The comment, Bai Ningbing. Your mouth says don't be like this, but your tail is very honest. You also don't give the male lead a chance to escape. Male lead, you are my god. A forced love needs a love like robbery. As long as you don't die, just do it. Do it for me to see. Lips were blocked. Bai Ningbing was carried onto the bed by me. I grabbed her two squirming hands and raised them above my head. The image before the woman's eyes gradually became blurry. I gently kissed the tear at the corner of her eyes and whispered, Sorry, I dirty you. The woman helplessly pushed my chest again and again, passively enduring. Fong, stop, no. That night was especially long, but the demons were really wonderful. I slightly regretted wasting the previous 3 years. Comment line, I opened VIP because of Bai Ningbing. What can't my noble members see? Damn it, beside the male father, female father, upside down. I didn't have any ripples. I even wanted to laugh a little. The evil husband and wife kissed me lightly, making me want to cry sweetly. Who could understand? Bai Ningbing. The inferiority complex in her bones made her feel that doing so was defilement. Bai Yueguang. The feeling of guilt welled up, but her physiological desire made her unable to stop herself. She could only stay sober and indulge. It was over. After marriage, the female supporting character could not leave the male supporting character. Scorpio plus demon plus CEO plus boss. I really didn't dare to imagine. How strong would Bai Ningbing's possessiveness towards Fong Liang be? The heat period. Bai Ningbing's feelings lasted for the last few days. I really couldn't stand it anymore. Or maybe you should still take medicine. Bai Ningbing looked at me with eyes that were as sticky as glue, wishing she could bore a hole into me. Her cold voice carried a hint of grievance. Yang, actually you still can't accept it, right? Of course not. I rubbed my waist, looked at Bai Ningbing's beautiful face, remembered my previous malicious words, and immediately stopped being angry. Fuck, I always have to pay for my mistakes when I was young. I resigned myself, took my bathrobe. I'll go take a shower first. Bai Ningbing followed like glue. Let's take a shower together. These days of confinement finally ended on the first snow day. Bai Ningbing had to attend the business banquet of her husband, Hat T. I also received an invitation. I never paid attention to this kind of fake eating, drinking, and singing, but seeing those people in the business world secretly looking down on me, hoping that I wouldn't show up, I wanted to go again. Since I'm uncomfortable, then let me be comfortable. When I finished changing into my suit, the long-lost comment line appeared again. Be careful, the male lead is also present at this party. According to the plot, this is the period when the male lead and female lead's feelings are at their peak. I really don't understand why Fong Liang's fans are growing. There are even so many people who want to save him. The bad things he did weren't fake. Because we are salaried workers, we can't get into the long Aotion plot where the whole world loves the useless male lead, not caring about the life or death of the supporting character. Moreover, that male lead is not a good person. If you regret it, I will stay home with you. Bai Ningbing hugged me from behind in the mirror. Handsome man, beautiful woman, an indescribable match. I'm fine, my skin is thick. Let's go. I had mentally prepared myself to meet acquaintances at the party, but I didn't expect the first people to see me would be my parents. Tran Shrake, who was usually simple, also wore a suit and jacket today, but he looked awkward and a bit out of place. Mom gently fixed his bangs. Seeing me, Tran Shrake directly hugged Mom's arm. Look, Mom, little brother A Luong is here too. I suspected I had misheard. What did he call my mom? That's right. A Luong. You don't know yet that you've adopted me as your adoptive mother. There were some misunderstandings and unhappiness between us before, but it's okay. We're family now. My dad's face lit up. It's still Tran Shrake. This kid is generous and knows his relatives. Unlike a Luong, who followed his grandparents since he was young, and has a stubborn personality, and has always been unfriendly to us. A Luong, this is the engagement invitation between you and Nu Yan. Thinking about it, it would be better to give it to me myself. Who is your younger brother? I took the invitation and threw it into the trash. Fong Liang, that's too much. My father sternly told me to apologize to Chen Zhe. How new? I laughed coldly. I remember when Chen Zhe and Lu Ruyan were together, my engagement with Lu Ruyan had not been annulled yet. The two of you adopted him without asking my opinion. Your biological son must have at least reached this level to be considered too much, right? Chen Zhe looked wronged. Fong Liang, what's wrong with you and Ruyan loving each other? You haven't been home for a long time. Your parents have no one to keep you company. I'm just being filial on your behalf. Why do you have to treat me like this? I was very upset to see Chen Zhe, a tall man, acting pitiful. It made me want to explode. Love each other can't change the truth. You're the third person. Also, it's not that I didn't go home. It's that those two insisted on kicking me out, saying that there's no such thing as a son like me. Are you that kind? Didn't you come out and forgive me? After saying that, I picked up my wine glass and was about to leave. Chen Zhe seemed to want to follow, but ended up falling flat on his face. I tried to keep my balance, but my body wasn't dragged, but the wine in the glass spilled out. Most of it splashed onto Chen Zhe. The noise wasn't too loud, nor was it small, just enough to attract the attention of the people around. Lu Ruyan and Bai Ningbing ended their private conversation and walked over. There were whispers all around. It's Fong Liang again. How many times has he caused trouble for Chen Zhe? So scary. This Devil King dared to push someone down in broad daylight, and even poured wine on them. Isn't this really bullying? Such a vicious heart. No wonder Lu Ruyan would rather marry the poor Chen Zhe than choose him. Are you okay? Lu Ruyan and Bai Ningbing spoke almost at the same time. However, Lu Ruyan was supporting Chen Zhe, and Bai Ningbing was caring for me. Wife, this suit is a global limited edition. It's very difficult to buy it back. I lamented to Bai Ningbing. It's good that you're okay. A new model of this brand suit is about to be released. I'll buy it back then. Comment. It's cold. Can I put my hand in President Bai's wallet to warm it up? This evil couple of ours is really much more normal than the male and female lead couple on the other side. Miss Bai, are you Fong Liang's wife? Chen Zhe awkwardly stood up, looked at me, then looked at Bai Ningbing, his face full of disbelief. It's almost here. It's almost here. The revelation of identity is coming. Previously, Chen Zhe didn't know Bai Ningbing's true identity. Gentle as a small ray of sunshine, warming the female supporting character in his heart. The female supporting character doesn't necessarily have a place compared to the male supporting character. Upstairs, when you say warming, does it mean that Chen Zhe thought Bai Ningbing was a poor household, bought a cup of hot milk, and poured it all over the female supporting character? Okay, it's really warm in the physical sense. Sometimes, I really think the male lead is really bad. Looking at the female supporting character wearing all the luxury brands, does she look like someone who doesn't have money to eat? Yet the girls in the story all like him. Lu Ruyan, with a doubtful expression. Zhe, do you know Bai Ningbing? Chen Zhe nodded, his expression even more pitiful. I didn't expect Bai Jia, such a good person, to be by my side. Coldly, I finished the rest of the sentence. Help Chen Zhe. Chen Zhe was still in shock, his expression a little confused. So you always knew that the person I mentioned was Fong Liang. Did you bully me? Chen Zhe was even more confused. So do you think he did the right thing or wrong? The corner of Chen Zhe's lips slightly curled up, his eyes flashed with pride, but I caught it. Lu Ruyan, who had been humiliated by me before, now also wanted to take the opportunity to take revenge on Fong Liang. You say, it just so happens that everyone is here today. It's still too late to apologize now. I firmly said each word. I'm a straightforward person. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Trantrake, you can hate me, punish me, take revenge on me, but I will absolutely not apologize.